Hi, everyone. It's going to be a short one today. I have a pimple growing out here on my cheek. And so jumping right into it, it is as I feared. And we do live with the thought police living all around us. And unfortunately, the thought police are everywhere. So George Orwell's, what is it, 1988? Definitely is the case. They're burning the books. Uh, metaphorically, they are burning the books because why can't certain word orders be accepted? Why does autocorrect have to correct me when I'm just saying simple sentences or like simple phrases? It's because they want to discourage certain thoughts. And yeah, I did confirm that today. That man, like specifically who I was watching get interviewed was what's his name, Benson Boone, and who else was it? I'm not even gonna put names out there because I'm just gonna make myself look worse. But yeah, people getting interviewed, and um, I'm just like, because the fact that people think it's okay to be aggressive just because you're doing it a certain way is beyond me. It's not a good outlook on society. And I'm not saying that everybody who is thought police does that specifically, but like factually speaking, if certain word orders are not allowed, you are limiting information. You are now my enemy. And so a lot of the people that I respected in my life, I am slowly losing respect for them because of how they want to monitor how I speak and the ideas that I want to have. And they don't allow me to create. They don't allow me to enjoy myself. They don't allow me to um, do anything with my life, really, because I'm not speaking the way that they speak. And I'm not going to place syllables, words, and like count it and like agree with what they think they imply. Like, no, look up the definitions. It's pretty straightforward. Um, but then I do also have opposition to words and definitions because, for example, a word might mean a very specific thing in one language, but that same word, the equivalent, means something different in another language, and it's like, well, God didn't do that. Humans did. Humans tried to control each other with that, and it's disgusting. I get grossed out looking at people. Their bodies is disgusting because they're liars, and even if they're not liars, they are consumed into the same system that alters your neurology, that alters your brain cognition, that yeah, basically you're going to be stuck in a hell of torment because they wanted to put the good things in the first two syllables and the bad things in the last two syllables of any phrase or any, sentence or whatever. And it's stupid because I don't believe God would do that. God, that's so limiting. When I think of like progress and technology and things that can help all of society and help every single individual person and every single conscient and what is it, sentient being. Um, but no, I see that rather than um, like actually telling people not to be hateful, they just tell them to be hateful in a certain way. That's disgusting. God wouldn't want that. I don't want that. So, um, yeah, I'm what I had said, what I have been saying about not giving my technology. I don't think they care because they can't understand it. Like literally everything that I'm saying right now, they cannot understand because I'm putting words in the wrong place and I confuse them. But like this same mentality is the mentality that wants to, that can see new technologies, that can see betterment for everybody in every way, but everybody has to cut out this stupid word placement. I'm not going to be, there's no in between. And it sucks because, like, yeah, not everybody is like that. But I don't want to live a hard life. I don't want to live like out in society and then get treated like shit for the way that I'm speaking because people think that my words imply something. They don't. So whatever people are assuming, those are their own personal problems and their own understanding of humanity and the world and truth and reality, and they're wrong. They are all wrong. Just because it can work, just because it can be a system that does things, doesn't mean that it's ultimately like the best system ever, like point blank period. That leaves no room for improvement. That leaves no room for actually helping people who can't help themselves. I would consider myself a very intelligent person now that I see what actual intelligence is, because there's smart people like me who don't get it, and they get used. They get basically just tossed around, and it's like, give us your work, give us your work. And then once you're used up, you gave so much to society, and they used it and repurposed it for their own horrible, disgusting, evil, false concept of God ways. So I wouldn't do that. I would never do that to anybody. It's disgusting to try to manipulate somebody. It's disgusting to try to tell them, think this, don't think that. Gross. Gross. I would rather inform them, educate them, let them see what it is that I'm having opposition to, as opposed to the whole time emotionally manipulating them, causing them to get in a deeper hole in something that I don't even know. I don't do that. That's horrible. Horrible. That's the worst part of humanity, in my opinion, because people who say that they're all good, and they don't put the words in the wrong place, like where officially the right place is supposed to be. They put the words there, but I see the hate in their face. They still get sick. They still get diseases. And again, I'm not going to say that I don't get sick and don't get diseases, but yeah, I hardly get sick. And if that just means I'm healthy, that means I'm healthy. But to me, that means it's because I don't do the word shit, and I can feel everything in my body. I can smell so many more chemicals and molecules than everybody else can. And it's because I don't want to think like them. So why would I give that to them? It makes no sense. And that's the end of it. I'm not in a good mood. Have a good day.